Let's talk about something you've probably never thought twice about: snails and slugs. When you spot a snail in your garden, you smile. Oh, look at the little guy carrying his home. Cute. But when you see a slug, your face goes sour. Gross, a naked snail. Get yourself together, Steve. Here's the truth that's going to flip your brain upside down. A slug didn't lose its shell. It chose to leave it behind. And in doing so, it became one of nature's most underrated survivors. Think about this. Every snail has to build and maintain its own shell. That shell is made of a material called calcium carbonate, basically chalk. To get it, snails spend enormous amounts of energy eating specific rocks, soil, and minerals every single day. If they can't find enough of it, their shell starts to crack and crumble. They're literally living in a house that falls apart if they skip meals. Now imagine going to work every day with a heavy backpack strapped to your back, one you can never, ever take off. That's a snail's life. The slug looked at that situation and said, "No thanks." By not having a shell, slugs save about half the energy snails spend just to exist. That freed up energy goes toward two things: finding food and having babies. In survival terms, that's a genius move. Sometimes the things we think are protecting us are actually just slowing us down. Now the slime. Yes, it looks disgusting, but scientifically, it's extraordinary. Slug and snail mucus changes behavior depending on what the creature needs at that exact moment. When they want to move, it works like oil, smooth and frictionless. When they need to grip a vertical wall, it thickens and acts like glue. This is why a snail or slug can glide across the sharp edge of a razor blade without getting a single cut. The slime cushions and protects them in real time. And some slugs can literally walk on water. Their body is so lightweight and their slime so well structured that they can move across the surface of a pond like it's solid ground. Meanwhile, most of us trip over our own shoelaces on a flat pavement. Now look at a slug's face and it seems totally harmless. No visible eyes, just little wiggly stalks and a tiny mouth. But inside that mouth is something wild. Slugs and snails don't have teeth the way we do. Instead, they have something called a radula, a ribbon-shaped tongue covered in thousands of tiny teeth, up to 14,000 in some species. It works like a microscopic chainsaw, shredding food into fine dust as it feeds. Their close cousins, the limpets, have teeth made from the hardest biological material ever discovered by science. Harder than spider silk, harder than titanium. So the next time a slug is quietly eating your garden plants, know that you are watching a highly efficient, titanium-toothed machine silently destroying your vegetables. Terrifying a little, impressive absolutely. Dating in the human world is complicated. You have to find someone who likes you back, isn't a disaster, and agrees with your opinion on pineapple pizza. Slugs and snails skipped all of that. Every individual has both male and female parts. So when a slug meets any other slug of the same species, it's automatically compatible. No rejection, no searching. Every encounter is a potential match. When you're a slow-moving creature in a world full of predators, you can't afford to waste time looking for the perfect partner. Evolution gave them a simple solution where everyone works. Now here's the big comparison. When a bird attacks a snail, the snail retreats into its shell. Ha, you can't get me. But the bird isn't fooled. It just picks up the whole snail, flies to a rock, and drops it. The shell shatters. The house becomes a trap. The slug? When a predator shows up, the slug vanishes. It can squeeze its entire soft body through a crack the width of a pencil. There's nothing hard to grab, nothing to break open. You cannot smash a slug on a rock. It compresses, absorbs the impact, and slides away. The snail chose armor. The slug chose agility. One looks tougher. The other one actually survives more often. Snails also have one more trick. When life gets too dry or too cold, a snail will seal itself inside its shell with a layer of dried mucus and just go to sleep. They can stay completely dormant for up to 3 years. 3 full years. The slug does something similar by burrowing deep into cool, damp soil when things get rough and waiting it out. It's not laziness, it's wisdom. When the world around you is working against you, the smartest move is sometimes to stop, be still, and wait. And this is where it all connects to us. We all carry shells. Maybe it's a job you've outgrown but feel too scared to leave. Maybe it's old beliefs you've held on to for so long they've started to feel heavy. Maybe it's just too much stuff that makes your life feel slow and difficult to move through. The slug is a reminder that letting go of your armor isn't weakness. It's a smart upgrade. The slug has no home, but it has 14,000 teeth, a road it builds out of its own body, the ability to fit into any space, and the wisdom to rest when life gets hard. We think we're the masters of this planet because we build skyscrapers and launch rockets. But we can't regrow our own limbs. We can't survive 3 years of sleep without machines keeping us alive. And we definitely cannot walk on water using spit from our feet. Maybe snails and slugs aren't beneath us. Maybe they're just further ahead in figuring out that less really is more. Next time you see a slug crossing a wet path after rain, don't reach for the salt. Salt pulls water out of their body, and it's one of the most painful things you can do to them. Just watch, respect the hustle. That little creature is doing more with less than most of us ever will. Next episode, we're going to talk about why butterflies are actually secret vampires that drink blood. Yes, really. Stay tuned.